Beggars, or the most commonly used term for them, bikharis. You might have come across them in various places, at traffic signals, outside mandirs, under highways, sleeping on footpaths, and many more such public spaces. Now, most of the general public feel repulsed at the very sight of beggars. They even shoo them away in disgust when they approach them. And there are some who feel very sympathetic towards their plight and offer them some cash or food. And there are also people who avoid engaging with them completely to oppose the beggar mafia culture rampant across the nation. But the fact boils down to this: whether they are controlled by mafia or not, they are still humans who breathe the same air and live on the same land. And at a time when even people who live under proper roofs with basic amenities have extreme difficulties in finding employments, imagine their plight. Maybe the nation is missing out on brilliant minds who could help the country's development in the future. Maybe or maybe not. The Gujarat government has not taken the responsibility to remove the beggar culture in the state altogether. No, the government is not sending them away from Gujarat. Instead, it wants them to stay in the state so that it can help them improve their lives. But how? Well, let's find out. Hi and welcome. This is TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am Siddharth, your host. And in this video, I will tell you about the Gujarat government's plans to make the state the first beggar-free state in the great nation of India. Let's begin. Gujarat government deserves to be applauded for the massive development in infrastructure, law and order, and other factors in the state. Now, it has stepped in with an initiative to rehabilitate beggars and impoverished people in 8 major cities of the state. Last Thursday, the state government swung into action to begin a drive that provides shelter to beggars and destitute people in 8 prominent cities of Gujarat. An official reported, Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, Manisha Vakil, held a meeting with stakeholders for effective implementation of the drive that began from Vadodara. The decision came a few days after the state BJP president C.R. Patil rebuked Vadodara Mayor Keyur Rokadia for poor strategies to deal with the issue of stray cattle and beggars in the city. Manisha Vakil, an MLA from Vadodara city, held a meeting to find a long-term solution for beggars on city roads. While interacting with the media, she reported, "We are launching this drive to rehabilitate beggars from Vadodara. Our aim is to cover all 8 major cities of Gujarat. We have to identify beggars and bring them to shelter homes. Shelter homes will have to take care of them till they become capable of starting a new life and stand on their feet." Under the initiative, the government aims at providing skill-based training to beggars and destitute people that will eventually help them in earning a livelihood. Additionally, they will also be provided assistance in buying a home under government schemes. Talking about the measures that will be taken if the beggars continue to beg despite the government's assistance, Vakil asserted, beggars and destitute people will be given a unique identification number linked with their Aadhaar cards so that they can be identified and sent back to their hometowns if they are caught begging again. After a devastating earthquake in Bhuj that rocked Gujarat in 2001, the entire state was destroyed with the death of approximately 2 lakh people and loss of properties worth several crores of rupees. Taking cognizance of the tragedy, Narendra Modi, who was then the Chief Minister of Gujarat, stepped in. Instead of indulging in politics and whataboutery, he himself took the charge of reconstructing efforts in Gujarat the moment he took oath as the CM of the state. As a result, it hardly took much time for the Gujarat government to reconstruct the devastated town of Bhuj and repair the damaged properties in Ahmedabad. It is this very initiative that later laid the foundation of the much talked about Gujarat model of development. Afterwards, Shashi Tharoor, who is otherwise extremely vicious when it comes to criticizing PM Modi, had actually appreciated the Gujarat model of development. He had stated, "The Gujarat model of reconstruction after the 2001 earthquake is an excellent model to be adopted for the reconstruction of Kerala. We should learn from Gujarat and follow the methods implemented there." It is true, the Gujarat model is indeed an excellent model. When it comes to composite water management, even Niti Aayog, which is a policy think tank of the Government of India established with the aim of achieving sustainable development goals and to enhance cooperative federalism, had depicted Gujarat as the best performing state for composite water management in 2018. As per the 2011 census data, there are over 4 lakh beggars in India. At 81,000, West Bengal has the highest number of beggars, followed by Uttar Pradesh, where the tally stands at 65,000. Thus, to ensure a minimum standard of living for every citizen, the Gujarat government has come up with a commendable initiative to rehabilitate beggars. With this initiative, Gujarat could soon become India's first beggar-free state.